God, I miss Vampire Academy.
Uh, yeah, it's bad.
Hold up.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
it's Iz.
Hey guys, it's Naj.
Hey, it's Robyn.
Hi guys, it's it.
And today we're here with a Vampire Academy episode. We've been very busy fangirling all
Yeah.
on Twitter, all on social media for the past like basically almost a month, maybe some change. We've been watching Vampire Academy, which is a show that is based on a book. Julie Plec, and the actress who plays Caroline's mother on the Vampire Diaries, they made it and we streamed it, even though we
We
said we
got
weren't.
sucked into another Julie Plex.
We got sucked.
Don't.
Um,
It's so embarrassing.
it's embarrassing, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because kid you not, I've read a lot of books over my decades of years of living. Let me stop being over dramatic. But I've never met a character that I really loved until I read Rose's point of view in the books, and to see she's so
So good.
wonderful. The
It
trail
is
of
so good.
Rose, it is baffling. Like she literally embodies that character. So I got obsessed with her being my comfort
Yeah.
character.
And
And
I
I was
would
I
say
like,
like read the books after watch the show.
yes, read the books. You can read I mean, to be honest, you can read maybe the first two books or maybe even the
Yeah.
first one and be pretty much fine when watching the first season. But we're gonna be
Like
here talking
yeah.
about we're gonna be here talking about the overview, our
Yeah.
opinions, what we want to see next season, and then we're gonna start gushing about the ships and the cast. So let's do an overview.
And-
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
wait. We're gonna wait to thirst.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We have to wait to
And
third.
also, just as a premise, if you guys like this one and you want us to do more in-depth episodes about Vampire Academy, like we did with Legacies, let us know. But
Mhm.
it's just going to be a basic things we love,
Overlay.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, okay. So, if you don't know what the Vampire Academy is, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown before we actually start talking about the show. So there is two main characters is Rose and Lissa. Rose is a deaf ear. If I'm saying that right. It's basically
Drunk
a
here.
it's a Moroi, which is a vampire, and then human. And then we got Lissa, who's a Moroi, which is basically a human, not really human, but it's a vampire that ages. So they don't live
Yeah.
forever. And there's the bad guy, which is Strigoi, which is immortal vampires that live forever, and they can come to terms either by fully killing someone or getting bitten, right? Yeah, they can get bitten.
Bitten and then the blood, I think. Don't
Yeah.
the blood.
So those are the two ways they
They
can
kill
get
they kill people and the
Yeah.
Morai don't.
Yes. And so these Strigoi, they go after Moroi, which is why, deaf ears protect the Moroi, kind of like their bodyguards. So Rose is best friends with Lissa since they were like little kids. And, it starts off, I think that's the premise. Yeah, they're best friends. They are at a school for vampires and bodyguards and protectors.
Yeah.
And they're trying to protect themselves from any Strigoi attacks while also trying to find a new king or queen to take over and protect them. That's the main premise. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it.
Let's get it.
Okay.
What was your guys' favorite episode?
Okay.
Um,
I really loved episode 9 or the finale. Those are two probably the top tier, but very underrated one. I think this was Kieran's favorite as well, but I liked episode 5.
yeah. I just feel like for me, since I'm a Romitri box, episodes episode 7 would probably be the best one for me because that was the first time I've seen Rose really happy, and to get a chance to see her experience a human life reminded me of what I was robbed out of in the beginning of the first book, because that was 2 years of her living in a human world that we never got a chance to see. So to see an image of how she was, in this moment, it was just beautiful. And then to see her and Dimitri carefree, because in the books they're worse in the fucking the show because they're low key and no one knows. So it was something cute for me. That is.
Robin?
I liked 7.
Ah.
Oh.
Mm.
I mean, I'm a Dragozeta trash, so I go with 8.
That's a good
Which
Mm.
pick.
so was a roller coaster, but was
Yeah,
also
it
good
was.
for.
It
But I
was.
liked
was-
7 because I really liked the Rose and Lissa stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like, I
Rose and
love
Lisa
their
I think
friendship,
is my
and
top ships of the show.
Yeah, in the like the reveal.
and yeah, and that was a really good episode as far as them outside of
Of the world, yeah.
I
yeah
remember what that is now. I remember what that is.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
I
the
really liked
reveal,
that, and
and
there was really cute Rose and Dimitri scenes in that too. I mean, I love Dragozera, like they're my main ship, but the Rose and Dimitri scenes in episode 7 were really cute.
yeah, yeah,
We got like the taste of what could have been, and was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Yeah.
of, like what normal life and like
yeah.
the scene like them in the club, you know,
Oh my
Mhm.
god, girl!
Where we see Dimitri smile for like the first time.
Yeah.
Ever,
And
and then him
the
being
scene on the
jealous of
boat
Adrian.
when he opens his coat
yeah.
and
Yeah.
hugs her.
And I don't know, Adrian was such a I know maybe people don't like it, but he was such a
I
fun
love
character
him.
in
I
that
love
episode.
Adrian.
I love
Yeah,
him.
he was such a fun character, and I loved him and Lissa's dynamic in that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you'll love him more.
You'll love
Yeah.
him more.
Oh,
On
I'm
the
sure I
books, they are
will.
just so
Yeah, in the
amazing.
book, like I don't know, I feel like I guess people like don't like him based on like how he looks, but I feel like since I watched him first, then read the books, I just pictured him, which makes things so much easier. I completely ignore any description of the characters now. Like,
Yeah, same.
she'll be
I
like,
just
she'll
go
be
with
like,
the show.
yeah, she'll be like, Lissa, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm like, who?
I don't know this. I
Daniela.
don't know this.
Sorry.
I do have to give a shout out though to the end of episode 5 because I freaking loved the end of episode 5.
Mm,
Rose, oh my god, yeah,
yeah.
that was my favorite episode until 7 came along. But
Yeah.
like Cece is wow.
She is, listen, I'm her number one fan.
And this show is so well written. Like
Yeah, I just
everything's so good.
like this show gave what Legacies could have had. And the thing is that it's so wild because people are like, yeah, well, Julie Plec couldn't write it like finish or do a good job with Legacies with season 3 or 4, which I'm like, she didn't barely write any of those. But I just I don't know, maybe she did a better job because she had material, which is the books to go under, and she's been a fan for like a decade plus. Because the way that they ate every episode, like I rarely notice plot holes, which in Legacies I remember every time I saw something. They're like I like, and then the storyline and the lore of the whole show being developed in like the way that like we're almost in their world, because I guess with a lot of supernatural shows, it's like, pretty much things set in stone. But the fact that they have their like own like language,
Yeah.
that's like, and then like they like obviously translate it for you because I wouldn't have known what it is. It like it's such a captivating world that they were able to create in Spain. I think that's where they filmed that.
Or at
And
least
then the
yeah.
castles, like it really set the tone. It really feels like it's like a place far, far away from like human world contact.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Mhm.
when he actually got in the world and the human world, you're like, damn, like how far is they? Because in the books, it made it seem like they're like further, like they're like far from like the other schools. So to see how this Dragoi is so able to like get around them when they're so far away from like human stuff, that means that when Moroi or like deaf ears try to escape, they got a long way to go. And the way the show just does it, it creates this like threatening atmosphere because some of these Moroi have powers. Some of them have like 4 elements, which is basically Avatar, fire, water, earth, and air, and then a fifth one is spirits. And the fact that they don't fight back, I mean, like this is kind of a spoiler, but before, which is why Christian is my son, is that he's bringing things back that they seem to forgetting, was that Moroi used to fight with deaf ears. And at a certain point in time, they stopped, which is why Christian's like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. We gonna fight, put me on front. But to see just like how, like even their evolution of how they lived is being shown, and like the Lord is phenomenal. Like
what I love about what I loved about episode 5 was like in a way we kind of saw how fucked up the Guardian, I don't know like what to call it, but like what they did
They don't
pushing
fear.
them, what they did pushing them out into that thing, not knowing what they're getting themselves into and knowing the
Mm-hmm.
Strigoi were out there. I kind of just love that. And then the whole like scene between Rose and Mikhail
Yeah,
at the
Mikhail.
end, I was just like, Cece just
Yeah, it's
Cece
fun.
rocked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's so crazy because like one thing that's so like scary about this whole world is that you have to kill anyone, no matter if they're family members. Strigoi
Mm-hmm.
is Strigoi. Like once they become Strigoi, they're literally not your family anymore,
Mhm.
and you have to kill them. So like all this emotional attachment that they have to get rid of it. Which is why like it's like so crazy because these are like teenagers getting trained until they're 18 to fight off the world to go against Strigoi, who could have been family members, friends, relationship buddies, and have no emotional attachment. They have to basically learn how to lower all emotions, which is why with Dimitri it's shocking to see how like he's like 24 in the I think he's 24 in the books, but he maybe like Rose and him is like closer in age range in the show. But to see this man who's like been training for a long ass time have like emotions fly out the wind when he's supposed to be so like he's a guardian, he's supposed to be strong, straight face, no emotion whatsoever. It's crazy. And they still, and even at him being such an advanced guardian, he still hesitated because they can't fall in love. They can't, Daffyrs and Daffyrs can't have children. So, like, their lives is basically made and evoluted to be surrounded by Moroi. So, like, they don't have a life. It's not their choice. They're just created and breeded to protect Moroi and give up their lives. And to
Mm-hmm.
see, like, this is how they accepted their fate is to protect and die to make sure the Moroi is able to keep reproducing and
I
build their
think
population.
Yeah, and I think that's why him and Rose just go so well together because she's this down here, but she's the complete opposite of
Yeah,
what the
but they were taught.
world what they were taught. And I think as hard as Dimitri tries, he doesn't want it to catch his attention, but it does. And that's you see that from the beginning. Like Rose is always getting herself in trouble, but most in a way because she's protecting, obviously, someone who's like a sister to her.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like Dimitri and Rose work so well together,
Yeah.
and they're the complete opposites, and they say opposites attract. So
And I think
Definitely.
that Dimitri wants to be what Rose is. It's just not because he's afraid of losing control because of his past, of what
mhm.
happened. And he wants more for them, more for him, but like he can like embrace his side of him because he's afraid of he can do when he's free and what he can do with if he had a choice. So he have to live like he even say I have to have these rules to keep me going.
Yeah.
And I think that that makes me him admire more Rose. I love that so much.
Yeah,
Like
it kind of reminds me like him and their relationship reminds me of the Twilight scenario where when Bella came in and they're like she's ruining our whole like thing is that they're taught to be low key, they're taught to be this
yeah,
certain way, and then you got Rose coming in and changing his whole view and everything because he was basically like brainwashed, not really brainwashed, but like brainwashed to like
yeah,
accept certain
blindsided.
rules. Yeah, like to accept these rules for what they are and that
Mhm.
these rules are so like imprinted in his brain he can't change it, he don't want to change it because that will make him question life. And to like see that everything she said that he tried to deny open in front of him, especially around episode 8 where like he was still pushing Rose away and like dissing himself from her, and she was like Tatiana is can't be trusted, and he's like, well, I got to keep doing this, and then he realizes by that to 9 that she's trash and that Rose is right. It has him like going to like a whole like shock because this is something that he's been taught and even teaching other like trainees about. And the fact that like a trainee, which is Rose, telling this whole guardian about this whole scenario and how she knows more than him and that she's ready to break free from what they've been doing for like hundreds and hundreds of years, that's that scares him. But once again, he still can't stay away, which is the magic of Romitri. And one thing I love that they done, which the books didn't do, was show Dimitri. Because in the books, Dimitri made me mad like several fucking times. Not really, but he would get jealous, and I'm just like, you told Rose to get away. Like, but the fact that you can see how he acted and see that he genuinely cared about certain things that Rose wouldn't obviously see, like him stalking her so when she came to the bar in like the first couple episodes. You get to see Dimitri more than how you would like than what Rose's point of view is, and you see like things that he likes to do, his little hobbies and stuff like that. Him having friendships, and it's way better than how I would imagine it in the books. Maybe because Kieran and Cece done such a good ass job with making their characters come to life that I'm just eating everything up.
I'm mad that they didn't let Kieran keep his sleeve, but that's another story for
You
another
okay?
time.
I'm happy they didn't because you're supposed to keep it collected. And here, all right. Well, that was a Romitri thing. Let's do a Drek. Well, damn, we kind of just completely blindsided our whole section that we're going
I
to do.
mean,
Yeah,
we
we said we're
never
gonna do.
we never go on
Yeah, we said
script.
we're gonna do an overview, and then we
We
end up
never
doing
follow a
movie
script,
shit.
so
Well, let's just go ahead. Let's just go along.
Okay, we've been in the Legacy fandom for a while, so going off script is character for
Exactly.
us. So
So we talked about Romitri for a little bit. Let's talk about Drag Ozira.
Oh God.
Handon,
Well,
you're the
Red
Handon
is
literally,
fine.
they're literally Handon.
It's
No,
kind of
don't
crazy.
get wrong.
It's crazy because in the books, they were like the most character that the most relationship we've seen because Rose and Dimitri.
Yeah.
And so we're first of all in the books, they're kind of more freaky. Like
They're literally insane.
they're literally having sex like every fucking day, and Rose is like,
Poor Rose.
But anyways, I do like. Okay, I know like most of the relationships kind of happen in the first episode, which I don't care. Fair romance is what we're gonna do. But Lissa and Christian though, they were kind of fair romance in the books too. They I'm just hoping by season 2 they get to the book Christian that I want, which is the snarky one. But
yeah,
I just feel like they're just so good together. And because Christian, he's like this snarky clown. Like in the books, like a snarky person. He knows it. He's cocky about himself because he knows he's the shit, which he is. He got fired. He can do all these tricks with his fire, more advanced than everybody else. And you got Lissa, who is just like this girl that's in the show. She comes back after being gone for 2 years. In the book, she sees her ex with her biggest enemy, and she's just trying to continue to herself. And she's kind of the same way in the show. She's trying to keep to herself. And then you got Christian, who literally, once again, comes up to her, like, completely captivated. And in the show and books, he's completely mesmerized by her. Like, in the books, he's more unhinged because he literally... That man... There's a lot of quotes that he says that is very crazy to me that he says. But anyways, I just feel like their whole dynamic is just so crazy. But the fact that there was like Handon coded things, which I'm like, I don't even remember a unicorn being mentioned in the books. Was there a unicorn mentioned?
It wasn't.
So
that's literally Julie Pleck.
That was Julie's little Handon.
Yeah, there was no unicorn. So
and first of all, there's scenes, even the aesthetic parallels Handon. The fucking library.
We know that Julie loved Handon, and she wanted Handon to be Legacy's story, and people are assholes, and were jerks about it, and so she didn't get Handon's story, and then she left. So now she's throwing in little Handon nods. Now she's throwing in little Handon nods to Vampire Academy.
Yeah, and it's literally like I'm so close to pulling up this fucking book so I can read
it. Handon coded because you have Lisa going through the grief of losing her whole family, her parents and her brother, and the car accident.
Yeah, and then you got Christian who knows his family somewhat.
Yeah. No, he thought his parents were dead.
Yeah, he's basically an orphan.
And then he found his family. His family are a different story than Landon's, but Landon didn't think he had a family, and he ended up finding his mom, and then he ended up finding, we don't talk about his dad, but anyways.
But both want to kill the person they are in love to. Their family, like Landon Christian family, want to kill Hope's and Lisa.
Exactly.
Golly. It's so insane how similar they are.
One one of my favorite scenes between Christian and Lissa is the scene, I can't remember what episode it was, where she's like, fuck. She's like, you act like you don't care what people think about you, but in reality, you do. Do you guys remember what episode that is?
Oh, no.
The silence.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like,
I want to say
probably at the beginning when they started.
I want to say it's right before they
have sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say it. Yeah, I'll do it.
That's another scene to talk about later.
Yeah.
I love how well they go together too, because they are very similar, but like not. They're very calm, like Christian's a midwife in season 1. Lisa say, "Come here," and he's like, "To do what?"
Yeah, no, he literally is.
ready.
Like, he literally is. Like, they be having like dates, like in book 2, was it? Or was it book 3? In the beginning of book 3, they would have like a whole ass picnic in the snow, and she met his like aunt, like, and like he's literally he's telling his whole family about her, and their whole family's like, meet you, and like the fact that he always like they're always together. They're like in the show, in the show, yes, in the books they're worse.
They're literally
they're
always
worse
together.
because they're literally at the hip. Lisa's and Rose is like, damn, like y'all not like what? I can't even eat. Like he right here, and Christian is so possessive, not in a bad way, but he's so possessive of Lissa. It's actually
so funny.
It's crazy because even when Rose show up, he like Rose would like he gave her a stare like, don't sit down. They're having their me time, and I'm like, okay, Christian, get your girl. But
the fucking I think Unicorn in Maroi is Lissa, and I fucking died. I was
I just
that was
like
so
out of pocket.
No, because like, why is every ship on the Vampire Academy such a trope? But they're all different.
Mikhail and Sonia was.
Oh my gosh.
No, because Julie got to bring him back.
And him too. I don't know.
Hey, she brought
Andre
back, so that she has to.
She has to, because if she arrives me out of their in game, I'm gonna shut.
Yeah, when you put this out there, we gotta say spoilers.
Sorry. Oh yeah, fuck.
Sorry. You would see a lot of spoilers already.
I mean, we figured that a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, spoilers. Yeah, I mean, like, no, because like if she tries to give us Adrian and Sonia in game instead of Michaela,
wait, that's an actual thing.
No, people were making like theories about them because they took a picture together after people were like, well, what if he's the replacement of Mikkel? I'm like, no, like I cannot have them date. I need Mikkel. Sorry, I can't do it because the whole premise, spoilers in the books. I'm not even there yet in the books, but in the books, it's so better with how they do Mikkel and Sonia. The Sonia is accurate. Sonia's storyline in the show is accurate, but he wasn't supposed to die.
I love her. I don't care what she did. I
don't care. I don't care either. I don't even care what she did with Victor. Like, I'm sick beside her.
Victor?
Yeah, I think Victor's still alive for a little bit. I don't think he's dead.
Okay, like Sonia, most of the girls though in the show are just so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Like
even Tatiana, fuck her.
Like, oh, even the way that they handled Mia was very shocking because
I liked it.
Talking about Mia, can you talk about Mia and Meredith?
Yeah, I hated Mia. Mia in the books was low key annoying to like second book.
She was a bitch.
You know, the like 15 minutes I watched of the movie, she was just unbearable too.
The movie?
But she gets,
and I was embarrassed because it was embarrassing watching like actors that you watch from other movies act as horrible.
Dimitri
looks like a 50-year-old man, and the way that he looked at Rose when she was staring to the sunlight, and that's supposed to be like his first romantic moment of realizing he likes her, it was stalkerish. Like, and then they kept making jokes about like, yeah, he's like he could kind of be like my uncle or something like what do you? No, stop. Lissa and Christian, I'm sorry, I just feel like they tried casting motherfuckers and didn't do a chemistry read at all. Because Christian, he was giving Edward then sassy Christian. I'm sorry, he was giving Edward. Lissa was her whole personality in the movie was, I hate when you say this. Like, why would you hate the word vampire when that's literally what you are? Ma'am, the movie is horrible.
No, anyways. Andre and Daniela.
They came
the whole cast. Like, what the?
Yeah.
How do they have chemistry with everyone?
They really built these characters so well. They embodied everything.
I can't picture anyone else playing any of these core 4 characters. None. Especially Cece. No one can play Rose. I'm sorry. Like, Cece did that.
She's so good as Rose.
I guess go ahead.
Even like the tone, the undertone of like her wearing a ponytail and still having her hair long, because in the books, Dimitri said, "Don't cut it. I like your hair." Like,
Do you guys have a scene that just like pissed you off? Like the first one that comes to mind?
Yeah, when Dimitri said with Tatiana.
What'd you say?
Tatiana and Dimitri.
Yeah, that one too.
And you, Robyn, you
I said every scene of Tatiana's.
Yeah, like I
truly completely forgot about that scene. I literally just like buried it out of my.
Because they thought I was gonna forget. Like, I remember watching like episode 3 or whatever, or 4, when they were like talking in the bar, and I was like, "Girl, why are you talking to this man? Especially when he's like a regular ass guardian. You're like in the higher ups. Like, why are you talking to him?" And then I was like, they better not do anything, because at that point, that's when Rose was still hooking up with Mason, and then Dimitri just like said, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry for getting beat up. Like, I should have fought harder." And she's like, "Yeah, you love her." And he's like, "Wanna kiss?" I was like, why was she in his personal space? She took advantage of it. Can't. She manipulated that man.
That scene didn't happen for me.
It did. Forgot about it. When people try to puzzle that did they have sex? I said no, they didn't. They didn't have sex. Stop the cat. Don't belittle me. They didn't have sex. But you know who I was cheering on a little bit? Rose and Mason. I wasn't. Yeah, because I like Mason.
Mm-hmm.
In the show, he's done dirty, but not as bad as the fucking books.
He was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be. He wasn't here. Supposed to be here that long, right?
Well, technically, if he wasn't supposed to be in that long, he would have technically died at the finale. It would have been a good time, because that kind of reminds me of the book 2 kind of ending.
Yeah, well, and in a way, we don't really know what happened to him, because the last time we heard something was that he was in surgery. Because remember the scene between Mia and Meredith.
So he's fine. In the books, he his death. Well, fuck. I'm sorry. Spoilers.
Fuck. It was so emotional. The show gonna bring that to life so fucking sad.
Yeah, but the thing is that like Mason, his death was so sad because he died thinking that like Rose like wanted a relationship with him, which is sad because she really was going to break up with him that day until he did that big decision that he did. So that was kind of fucked up. But he was supposed to have been Rose's trauma for that 106 episode thing. He was supposed to be her trauma. So technically he could have, well, no, that's book 2 though. So he would have technically been what Mikkel was to Rose, because Rose didn't really have any major trauma until Mason died. But the trauma, I'm so seeing the trauma in book 3. We don't see how it's going to translate. Damn. Yeah. Anyways, the book is good and the show is good, so do both. Clearly, because I'm deep into thought. Like, I need to read some tonight. But yes, Jack Ozira, Romitri, we're gonna get back to them. But let's get back to the next snuck up ship. What's it called? Mermia?
Yeah, Mermia.
They snuck up on me, but kind of not, because we didn't see them really have interactions until
we do have
outside the bar,
much
right?
of them. Yeah, we don't have much of them.
Was that the first one we saw, or was it the one in the field when she like grabbed her face when she was hurting Jesse?
No, I think that was after.
No, that was
Was
that was
after.
after.
That was after.
The first
There
one
was,
was
there was a scene that was cut out though, based on the Zoom, based on the live stream they had. That
Oh,
was cut out.
speaking of
Yeah.
someone else that pissed me off, Jesse, dummy.
They
They
gotta
got
redeem
me on the
that
final.
dude. What? They
He got me
everybody
on the
thought
final
he
episode,
redeemed.
not gonna lie.
Damn. I didn't even to like the last bit in the finale. I didn't give a fuck that he was trying to have his happiness with Silver. Like, cause you pissed me off in the fucking book. Like you had Rose getting slut
Oh yeah,
shamed.
he's trashing the book.
I
Like
mean, I
him.
did cheer. Is can attest to this. I did cheer when his dad died.
Oh yes, when he
Yeah.
let his dad die, he
He was so real for that.
he was in his bag. I will give him that, but like, why do everybody need to be redeemed? Like, not everyone needs to be redeemed. Sometimes they just gotta die. I don't know, but Jesse.
We got off topic. Yeah,
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 Maria.
I'm
back to
But yeah, Mia was a ship that I didn't expect because I don't know when I started. I
yeah,
don't
they
yeah, I
had
don't
a
know
flirt.
when did I start reading the books? I don't think when I started reading the books, that's when Mia started to really get into on my screen. So in the books, Mia, well, she was dating a guy, so and
Yeah,
then here she's in the show, they're definitely like lesbians. I'm gonna assume. Well, no, Mia maybe bi. Well, didn't you with Andre?
I don't know. I don't
I don't
remember.
know,
In
cause
the
like
show, she got Andre.
yeah,
She's bi.
yeah, she
Yeah,
got to be bi, and Meredith is a lesbian. But
yeah.
in the books, we rarely got introduced to Meredith in the first book, I think. So to see them interact and to see like, oh, that means I don't know if they're together in the books, but that must mean that
Yeah.
Meredith must see book 3 Mia, because book 3 Mia had a glow up for real.
She had a development.
It's because of life and death. That's what really
Yeah,
happened.
growth.
Life and death made Rose, Christian, and Mia become like
Besties.
besties. Swear to God, I was like, no way. They're fighting for your life work. But yes,
But in the show, we got this Meredith and Mia. Like Mia, she wants to be royal because she thinks she's not worth. She's like doesn't matter because she's not royal, something like that. And she's engaged with Andre, but like he dies, of course, and then she got left out again. Like no one
yeah,
remembers her.
she don't know where, like she don't know what she like what's next for
Belong.
her.
Yeah.
And
And then there's
it's
Meredith. There's just this useless
common
gay.
made up her
Yeah.
life. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like it kind of reminds me of Dimitri though, like in a sense to where
Oh yeah.
Mia and Dimitri have their set desires or positions that they need the role they need to play, and then Rose and Meredith come into their lives and ruffling their feathers a little bit because Mia tries to push away, she tries to continue with her normal life, and Meredith's like, oh, you're gonna go back to ignoring me, and then you got Rose who's like, oh well, your duty, why don't you do your duty? That's what you made to separate us apart. They're kind of like the same. And it's very amusing. Yeah. It's amusing to watch because with Mia, like how Mia acts is so crazy that Meredith able to get to her because you kind of see like the bitchy exterior that Mia has, especially in the first couple episodes when she like. So I didn't even know that they were going to do Sonia and Mia as sisters. So I was confused as to why like she was calling her the Burley, and I was like, okay, I understand why, but why is she calling her the Burley like in a mean way? And to see her like have this soft exterior, like Mia, she's so.
So Meredith saw underneath Mia's insecurities because her insecurities is what made her a hard ass. That was what she used as a shield, and the Meredith kind of saw underneath that. But she really saw it when Mia interacted with Sonia because like that was soft and real and true, and not a lot of people saw that.
Yeah, and the thing is that it kind of reminds me of the book Mia because she done horrible things in the books, and one of the reasons why she tried to act this way was because her parents, I think her mom, she wasn't she like a servant for like a certain family.
Yeah.
So like she wasn't a royal, so if anybody in the school knew about it, they would have bullied her. So she kept up this like facade, given much very like Camp Rock, which is my mom's a complete rock star or whatever. But to see that like kind of like done it in the same way, just not with the parents, it's so nice because the writing still keeps like essential pieces of the character like they would do in the books, but make it different to highlight how the show is going to do it. And for me, I didn't really know much about Meredith because I didn't get to her yet. So like seeing her interact with Mia, I was like, damn, like what can she do to just like ooze Mia's center? And
One of my favorite scenes is when Mia is with Christian trying to practice her magic, and she gets that phone call, and it like the instant she hears that something happened to Meredith, she drops the phone and she runs to her. And I can't like that's kind of like another way that you see, Mia does have this soft side to her, and that you know, she might want a certain thing to happen, but in reality, she knows where her heart is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, my favorite scene was the fact that like, Mia knew all the rules, and she was about to choke the shit out of Jesse just because. And Meredith was able to get her back to her center. That was that was crazy to me. Kind of.
And then the scene in the finale where they're in the bedroom after Mason gets hurt, and she just like breaks down, and Meredith just runs over to her, and the height difference first of all.
Kisses her forehead, and
like the height difference, like
that's insane.
The show between them and Romitra with the height difference, like Lord have mercy, like why is every ship on this show so annoying? All these fucking tropes and all these like I don't know. Like
as y'all can see, the show has us by the necks.
It's
I told myself I wasn't gonna get pulled in by Julie Plec, and then this happens.
It's so bad because like with Legacies, I had one ship that was like the main defender. Everybody else, sure, you can switch ships. I don't care. But them,
we care about
every one of them. Bangers. You cannot separate any one of these characters.
And like the show's story is so good.
It's so good, and like you rarely like, and yes, like it may take a while. Like I know a lot of like I'm gonna put Mariah on the spot. It took her a minute to understand the lore, but how it came together was one of the best things of the story.
Oh yeah.
Because like I don't like when a lot of shows do their like info dump stuff, especially in a show. In the book, it's fine. But imagine, Julie, whatever, doing a whole info dump about the lives of the Moroi in deaf years.
It's too
in
much.
Like the first episode. Yeah, so the fact that they were able to incorporate that in the intro and giving you like visuals, and then introducing
so good.
It was so good, and introducing the court, like the rankings, even how they did the kills on their necks. Phenomenal. And they even introduced one of the biggest threats for like I guess maybe the next season, but for me, we didn't meet them yet in book 3, but they're the Alchemist, which deals with Adrian's storyline. So like they're introducing enemies, but they're still leaving things
open.
What
does Meredith have to do with it too?
Yeah, because because I feel like she might. I don't know.
She knew what that tunnel was. They had the symbols on the ground. So what does she have to do with them as well? It's like because we know that Meredith is like going off to talk to her family, but Mason kind of like called her out on that shit and was like, "No, no, I know that's not what you're doing."
That's kind of rough, but like that got me thinking. But you know what else got me thinking? A storyline that I think is going to happen at the end of season 2, but I can't talk about it.
Oh yeah.
You think being like, I have a secret, but I'm not going to tell you. You can just wonder about it.
It's prominent, but I don't want to say. I don't think Robyn knows, so I'm not going to say it.
Don't.
But
I do not.
Do I know? Naj?
I think I mentioned it, but you were like, no, the other one is definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely something.
I gotta go back to our messages and read what I said because I don't remember.
It's the one. Yeah, it's the one that I said before. You were like, yeah, they're both. And I was like, oh yeah, not that one though. But that's going to be traumatic for a lot of shippers, and the actors already hyped to play that role.
I got that spoiler like without mouth.
I got that spoiler ASAP.
I got the one that I told you. The one I told you, Naj.
Yeah, there's a name for that spoiler, and
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
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 They
I
are
feel
so
like
excited. It's so sick of them.
it's so, and the fact that yeah, so
Don't worry,
teasing
guys.
it.
I'm just as confused as the rest of you. So
Yes.
They're teasing it. So I'm just like,
When you saw down, Robyn, it's just sick.
I mean, the only thing I could actually tell, like, only thing I could say to her that's not related to the Vampire Academy is like, I'm gonna text Vidit. I feel like if I say it, that might be like a literal giveaway.
it's okay. It's okay. I'll wait because we're gonna get that season 2 announcement.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that the thing is that reveal might be the season 3 premise, but it's gonna be the best thing because it's me. But yes, that was
Oh
kind
yeah,
of like
nice. That would be. She
that'll
would get
be
that. Yeah.
yeah, she get it, yeah. But yeah, so we kind of did an overview over ships. So what do y'all want to see happen in season 2?
Can't say what I want to see. Well, I mean, okay, I can. I want to see.
You kind of reword it to make it look cute.
I
I want to see what I saw with Landon, or kind of what we wanted to see with Landon, with Christian.
Oh yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to see that kind of like different side of this guy who has this personality that kind of.
You want to see darkness.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that like.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. I think that will lead him to becoming like how he is in the books with his snarky.
Yeah.
Because then right during this time, this is technically before the 2 years. So he still didn't know anything about his family, but now knowing that his family is like dead, or and what happened now, he can now be dark.
In a way,
like the defending Lissa thing when he like
listen, that's what I was gonna go off of, is when he's literally willing to throw fire at people who mess with his girl. Yes. And listen, it reminds me, I'm not gonna go on a tangent about Hope and Landon, but in a way, Christian's like hope was with protecting Landon, but he's protecting Lissa. Because Lissa's not too keen with her magic because she is a spirit user, so it's kind of new to her at this point.
Yeah.
And overused too.
He literally
the book, they're literally fighting. He literally thinks she hates him, and he burns someone for her. He's so insane.
They have like arguments, and
in the book, Rose literally tells him that Lisa is disgusted by him. That
he was so mad. He was so hurt. She was like, hey, he's like, oh, now you wanna continue on like acting like you like me? What are you talking
about? Like, what the hell happened?
He's like, she's like, what happened? Like, you don't gotta talk to me anymore. Like, ignore me. Like, you don't gotta keep acting like you're my friend. I'm like, you're so hurt. It's so.
You did all that to protect me.
Like, he's so hurt.
But it's so good.
You're an emo boy.
But yeah, anyways, I want to see like kind of like the darker side of Christian and like what his parents, like what happened, because we kind of got a glimpse into him like having all these messages sent to him and like his parents trying to contact him, and but I kind of want to see the aftermath of what happened, because he did kill his dad, and he with his wife.
Oh god. The fact they're married. We forgot to say that they are literally married.
The fact that he didn't even deny that, I was like, Andre, and he's like, what? She was my wife. Like, see, I didn't lie, y'all.
Yeah, she's my wife.
He hated Andre for that. He was like, see, I didn't lie.
Like, I'm like, can you relax? But yeah, like I feel like I want to see snarky Christian because that's how he was.
Yeah.
And I do want to see him use more of his fire.
Yeah.
And they started what they did in book 2, which was him, Mia learning about how to use her powers and him like helping her. I'm hoping that happens because I really hope you do have another moment where it's like against Dragoi, but I feel like they might not since it happened in season 1. But I also do want to see the human life of Rose and Lissa, since that will now go into what the beginning of the first book was. We can see their human life. I'm wondering if they're going to do the blood drinking thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because then that would, oh my God, every time I think about that, it brings me trauma though. Like, am I really ready? Yeah, because like the blood whore, you know how they love saying blood whore in the books.
Blood whore, oh yeah. She's
It
gonna
makes
be
me so
called a
mad.
blood whore.
Right? They call her blood whore every fucking day. I'm tired. Even her mom is like, "You want to be a blood whore?" I'm like, "Yes." What if I do? Mind your business, girl. But yeah, like I wonder if they're gonna. I wonder how long the time jump's gonna be. If they're gonna do the blood drinking because Lissa's gonna have to get some blood somewhere. How are they going to be able to hide in the human world? Will Stegroid be looking for them because, um, they might be because now because Andre is now.
And think about
Stegroid.
it. Christian's mom is still out there, right?
Yes, he is.
And she was like Lissa's mine. So
Yeah.
I always like seeing the dark side of our hero characters.
Yeah.
So give me more like badass Rose and dark Rose, and I'm set.
Yeah, like I want to. I don't want to say I don't want to see Dark Rose right now. I just want to see Rose happy because I know that when she comes back, it's going to be trash. But I do know. I feel like I wonder if they're going to do Tatiana like sending out like people to look for her. But that would be kind of a dumb thing because she would risk Guardians getting potentially killed by Strigoi to get to find Lissa. I feel like she might just worry about trying to take over and just I guess wait until Lissa shows up. But there's just so much because there's so many things open. There's so many things that they can do from the books. There's so many things that they can do from the own things that they created, and that they can even bring things from like book 3 or 4. Like, but the thing is, I think
Okay.
Julie said she had like 5 seasons in mind. I'm like,
Josh,
yeah,
I said this to Iz, but I haven't said it to you. But Lissa is very Hope, and Christian is very Landon, right?
yeah.
Rosie's very Buffy, and Dimitri is very Angel.
No,
Oh, God. Nash.
no. Doesn't make
That's
sense.
so sick
But
with the
doesn't it?
message you sent me.
Right? It makes sense, right? Right?
Yeah. It's so real. It literally is so real.
Robyn, you're going to laugh in a couple months.
Yeah.
Moment, just know.
Just know.
Just know when she said that.
You literally read Nash's message to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, yeah, but they are Buffy and Angel.
Which means we're gonna suffer.
Yeah, we will suffer.
I mean, we always suffer for our ship, so we just
yeah, but because it's so good. Like, but I think
I just want the ship to be happy. I can't have that in my life.
this.
I got that with Decker Star.
Oh yeah.
You're
True.
everything I never wanted to fall in love with.
Don't. You too, Rosa. When he say Rosa,
Stop, please, stop.
Kieran killing that Russian accent.
No, for real.
The silence to try to digest everything.
Sorry, guys, we're just in the middle of a breakdown. It's fine. You're used
Because
to
that
it.
Banjo line just kind of fucked me up a little bit. Because now I got.
Wait,
Now I got to find the
I don't even
parallels.
That's
know.
why
You gotta
she
work on the parallels now.
That's why she relates. Because her and Buffy are like my daughters. Wow.
I told
My
you that.
daughters.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be free. That's so fucked up. That's even more shit on my cake. But
No, but it's so sad because in the books, Rose always like they came first. Like it's so annoying. Like, girl, please talk with someone.
Vic, between Romichi and Angel, who you think is like gonna go through the who is gonna be worse in trauma?
Oh, Romitry, definitely. I think because of the time. We
Damn,
got like
knowing
Buffy
Bangel's
put 3
history too.
seasons and then Angel left. But like Homitri, you got like 6 books and they want to make like 5 seasons, so it's gonna be a long ride.
They're gonna put you through hell, Robyn.
Yeah.
You know, I've been there. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the literal ride because when we get to that point, and you know what I'm talking about, I don't know what could happen.
I don't know what you know which book happens.
I don't know.
Oh God, it's gonna be all surprise.
What to be 3, bitch?
Don't be three. I'm
Before.
waiting
Same
three.
parallel with Hope and Landon and Buffy and Angel.
Oh,
Not
it's kind of, yeah.
well, but
I
Well-
said this though. I said this about Dragon Zero though. I said this. I said that they're literally like, they know they want to be together, but they know they can't.
Yeah.
But in a way,
is they're very Handon, and Remitri is very Bangel.
yeah, it's going to
Yes.
be too.
And
It's gonna be.
Mermia is Tillo.
Oh,
Don't.
do
No
that!
one's gonna die here.
No, that's fresh on me. That's fresh. That was
I'm sorry.
I don't know who Tillo is, but I.
Oh my god, they're the best.
You're the
If
best lesbians.
anyone is watching Naj's Buffy reactions, you have
That's
to
what
watch.
yeah, that's 619.
Yeah, you have to watch her 619.
Literally, it might be released by like on Friday.
That reaction fucking broke me. Like the raw, gut wrenching cry in that reaction. Was like, oh my god.
Sign me up for a horror movie because the way that I like let out that cry, I was like. Anyway, yeah, Tillo, beautiful, amazing ship. Definitely, probably like top 2 favorite Buffy. I say Buffy the Vampire Slayer universe. Yeah, top 2. But it killed me. So,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Do I just want to watch Buffy, or do I want to like wait until I have time to react to it?
React.
Oh, you gotta react to it, yeah.
Yeah, react is definitely gonna be worth it because I want to see reactions to a lot of things, specifically season 2. Because season 2,
I have my reactions up for season 1. It's just I haven't had time to watch anything.
Season 2 still is my favorite season.
Still one of the best, yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Although
Season 2, 3.
I love 6.
Yeah, I think I did a ranking. I'm gonna do the official ranking after I'm done in the next episode. But
my thing with 6 is that I love that it's not as supernatural. I love that it's more raw and real and human.
It was trauma because I lost and lost.
Maybe that's why I'm so fucked up.
No, chill the fuck.
Oh. What happened to the volume?
You muted, yeah.
Y'all can't hear me?
No, I can hear you now. Yeah, that was weird.
What the
Oh,
they knew to
God.
shut me up. It's okay.
Zoom literally said no spoilers.
It said right.
Yeah.
For real. It said shut up, bitch. Yeah. And the only thing I was going to say was I don't even know what episode I cried the worst on amongst these 6 seasons, and they told me to cut the cameras dead ass.
Yeah.
But anyway, please read the Vampire Academy books, please, because we're trying to get. I mean, well, we better get a renewal.
Yeah.
What? Okay. I have another thing. What plot twist got you guys like? He surprised you guys the most?
Andre.
You think Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Andre or when Lissa or when Rose found out that Lissa was the one, that she died. That one got me.
Yeah,
I knew because of the book.
Yeah, so I was waiting for that to come through.
Yeah.
But Andre, they did that on purpose because like they was like, yeah, we want to use him, and then I thought he was gonna be alive. Cause I was sitting here and I'm like, how are they gonna utilize him when he wanted to be king and now Lissa wants to be queen, and then he gets like tugged as soon as he's here for like 1 minute, and then now
Tatiana being like just.
Yo, Tatiana is she's a good villain. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of villains that you watch, maybe because I'm just so traumatized with season 6 of Buffy, that there's not a lot of villains who know their plan and can do it well. But with Tatiana, she has several concepts on each. Like she has like 85 ABC.
She dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's.
Yeah, like seriously, like she's prepared for any downfall there was. Like she knew how to get Lissa out of. Like when she thought that they were going to get everybody out and Lissa was there, she knew how to use the old rules, which is crazy because if she can bring that up, but they can't bring up letting Marori fight again, like, bitch, be serious. But she brought up that to get Lissa out. She was out here basically blackmailing family members. Like, she had him locked up for, like, however long, weeks to months. I know his own probably is scorching, and she was able to just like do all this stuff in front of these people's eyes, and no one suspected her except for Victor. It was crazy, and that's a good villain right there.
And then when Andre got turned to Shigoroy, I was like, Lissa cannot have a bit of happiness. She had like that one moment. That's the scene that I cried the most, by the way. That's the
no.
It's so sick.
When Lissa saw it face to face, and Rose like was at the worst time looking through her eyes, and then Kieran does that unscripted ass kiss on her forehead.
How about so annoying. How about
that kiss on the hand? Yeah.
Stop unscripted.
And they go into his heart. He
gets his character so well because Dimitri in the fucking book. Wait, is he that bold? We'll never know. Well, yeah, but he is bold. But the fact that he kisses, they didn't do that. He's so annoying. But yes, the unscripted forehead kiss, just gets it going because they know their characters so much that they don't have to rely on script to get it done.
Rumitri and Mamiya had some. Okay, Dragozera, give us a forehead kiss, please.
Oh yes.
Oh, I need it.
Yes, it's great. They did
we're tagging them in this, and they're gonna listen, and we're gonna make them.
Andre, yes. Daniela, it doesn't have to be in the script.
The forehead kiss. Listen.
But make it happen.
Well, damn. I mean, season 2 will open up with them not being together, so they're gonna have to wait. They have to keep into that mind.
If you knew how I felt, why would you say that?
Maybe we can wait till like mid season 2. I mean, it's probably like by episode 4 when they come back, but we gotta keep it to 204. Oh my god, I mean we gotta wait a whole like year until we get them back. I'm already going through withdrawal and it's only week 2. Almost week 2.
Peacock, you're
messing up, please. You do this
more like we love you. Please give us season 2.
Yes, you're messing up with my heart. Now I don't need no more heartache. I just need Dragozera, Romitri, Mamiya. Who else?
I need them to keep going.
Yeah, like go nuts, not too nuts, because I need to prepare. For real, like the fact that I was like, every week they got me like twinkling.
And shouts out to the Queen for being the biggest Dragozera fan. Anyways, you're technically married. Yeah. Thank you, Queen. We love you.
Yeah.
May you rest in peace.
I thought you were talking about like Adrian or Daniela. Like you're talking about the actual Queen. I was about to say, oh yeah, thanks, CC or in there. Oh my god, no, the Queen. Did what she had to do for that wedding. She said, "Girl, I'm married." Yeet. And she's out here throwing Strigoi and shit. Like,
did Christian ever give you something?
Right. She was on her last poison breath. It kind of reminded me of like Snow from Hunger Games when he was talking to Katniss while talking and shit. Like she's sitting here and she's like she's slowly like dying, and she's like, "Hey, I'm dying. Did you get the toy? Did you get the gift? Well, you consider that book a gift." I'm like, "Ma'am, she said, "I'm gonna get the fucking weapon."
That's a gift.
Yeah, she said, "Take it as you can, and let me handle the rest." Like,
do we think Tatiana killed the Queen?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. She probably her and the Strigois probably did that some way somehow. But since Tatiana has such inside connections, she definitely probably had like a regular bleeder, which probably it could have been another bleeder who wanted what that girl did. That girl wanted, who was like, But yes, like that lady who sat there and tried to tell Christian to join the family, only for her to die.
Because
that's what she get. That's what she get. She literally died. Like she didn't even get bit.
The fact that she didn't see that coming too, though.
Right. Like this girl sat here and did their dirty work, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to turn. Your parents love you," and they literally said, "We came here to eat." Like they don't give a fuck about Christian, sadly, and the fact that Christian, he was just so distraught because he was like, "Didn't you come here for me? Like I thought we could have been a family." And I'm like, "No." They want to eat. preferably your wife now. I don't know why Christian even let his wife slide by as if his mom is still running free, but he probably thought he killed her.
Are we doing can we do thirst in a moment for a second? Because
he would thirst for her.
Daniela, because you just said, snack and wife. I agree.
Oh god.
I'm done. That's it. That's all I need to say.
Continue.
No, it's all I need to say because I'm not gonna make this another Danielle moment. If Daniela sees this, I'm sorry.
Kieran is so unserious because he keep like in these like slut era, or I'm like, yeah, okay.
Wait, is Andre still in jail?
Yeah.
I don't know. The fact that he went to jail and I want
Oh no, he's not. He's out of it now.
He's out.
The fact that he went to jail and I couldn't even send jail food is crazy to me. Like I was out here giving the good jail food. CC, we're gonna have to come to VA jail next, my love. I'm sorry, but it needs to be done. Complete the circle, because the way your titties be out in every picture, you need to go to jail.
Anyways,
if any of the cast wants to join us on here, come on.
No. Honestly, like I feel like I've let a lot of like things slide with like Elijah coming on behind the scenes, but if we get an actual cast member, I'm not showing up.
Oh, come on now, you're gonna show up. I'm gonna
lose my mind.
I got my magic connections. Come on now,
CC, Kieran,
Daniela,
let's get you guys on here. Especially CC. Let's get her on here and get Naj.
To get Naj to die on spot.
Y'all gonna have me pass the fuck out.
It's okay, you can, have me pass out if you bring on Daniela, because I will not be able to speak.
Same.
I have Kieran and Cece. It's gonna like, they lucky that wasn't in their Zoom when he showed up, because I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say. Like,
and then freaking Drew came on one too. I think Drew.
I like you. These people are too hot to be humans. Like Kieran has her whole ass arm tag, and he just shows that shit. Like he thought he was gonna post that video of him and his dog, and thought I was gonna look at the dog. Like, be serious now. You get the dog out the video.
It's okay, because every time Daniela posts a selfie, I'm just
no, my god. And then it's easy. Every time I look around, it's just legs and hips and titties.
What is up with me and girls that have Danny in their name?
It's a curse. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm consistent, because Aria, there ain't no A, and CC and Kieran.
Danielle and Aria. Daniela and Andre.
Yeah, that was crazy. Damn, I wish Kieran and Cece could have been like David and Sarah. But I'm trying to get my Bane to parallel there, I guess. But another day, another dollar.
Also, Judy, to watch this, give it a call to Danielle and Aria and give them jobs on Vampire Academy season 2.
I was literally losing my mind earlier today. I was like, it's so crazy because it's been 4 years and we barely got like a Daria like selfie. It's been wild. Last time I remember is when it was on, like when Aria was on the phone and it was the hairstylist and it was Danielle. Like we really was robbed out of all these potential selfies. While Kieran just posted like another whole ass like Dragazera, and then the Romitri pictures of him lifting Cece in the air. Like, damn, this Cinderella? Like,
yeah,
should be me.
Anyway,
the show was so good. The show has us in a chokehold. The actors.
The cast is so interacting. That's what we going before we close off. The cast is worthwhile. the cast does interviews back to back. They've done so many interviews, so many podcast episodes talking about the characters. Some of them mostly read the books, so they know how their characters are, what they feel is best for their characters. They even talk to they even feel passionate about decisions that the writers do. Like Cece and Kieran didn't even agree with how Julie wanted. I don't think Julie wrote 108. Did she? I don't. Whoever 108, they didn't like a certain decision for when Dimitri got with Tatiana, or when Rose and the fighting thing. Like the fact that they feel so passionate about these characters really is telling that they really.
Can we talk about that fight scene though? It was probably one of my favorite parts of that episode. Like I know it wasn't like I know what was going on with the whole thing, but like I don't know. I just really loved it. I liked seeing a powerful woman just sit there and
yeah. No, it's so like the fight that was brutal.
Anyways,
that was our
go watch Vampire Academy on Peacock.
Thank you guys for
Stan Christian, Stan Lissa, Stan Rose, Stan Dimitri, Stan the whole damn cast.
Yeah, watch the show, stream it.
The cast actually talks to you. Yeah.
You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get chips, you're gonna get good story, you're gonna get good friendships, good actors, and everything you wanted in one show.
Yeah.
Good storyline, good lore, good sex scenes.
Oh yeah.
Not
but
Vampire Academy. This will be our only episode in November because the next one falls on Thanksgiving. We're taking a break then. And then we will be in Atlanta. And we'll be filming something or giving you guys something there. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of us just talking, thirsting, and fangirling about another show related to vampires, supernaturals, and high differences and trauma.
Another Judy
and gayness.
Sure.
Yeah. Peace.
Bye.
Bye guys.